What is up, beautiful people? I'm out here in Tivoli Park. It's a beautiful park right outside the city center. Last week in my video, I mentioned on my hike up to the castle that I wanted to see a little more of the hill country of Slovenia. So that's exactly what I've done this week. I went to a common hiking trail called Šmarna Gora, also known as Mount St. Mary. I did go by car, and from the city center, it was about a 20-minute drive. You can also take the bus though, and the bus fare is about $1.30. On the trip, so that's also incredibly affordable. There is parking right below the base of the hill if you are going by car, and it costs us 70 cents. On the hike, we passed several different shrines located at different points along the walk. These shrines are dedicated to Mother Mary, and on top of the hill, the church is actually called the Church of the Mother of God. The hike itself is about 2.7 miles or 4.3 kilometers. The record for the fastest time is 10 minutes and 59 seconds. That is absolutely crazy because it took me like 45 minutes. So that's out of this world. And yeah, cheers to that guy. All right, almost to the top. I am soaked with sweat and I'm not prepared. I'm wearing jeans. Yes, I'm wearing jeans. But yeah, almost to the top. Obviously, the view on top was unbelievable, and I'm so happy to share that with you. We actually went up there with the intention of catching the sunrise. We missed it by maybe 10 minutes, but still, the view was absolutely amazing. As you can see by the sun rising, this was an incredible hike, and I recommend anyone who comes to Ljubljana, you should definitely do this hike. Again, it's a very short drive out of the city center by about 20 minutes, so please check it out if you come. From the top of the hill, you can see the Kamnik and Julian Alps. You can see the entire basin of the Ljubljana city center and the surrounding regions. You can also see the Dolinska region. Hey, just want to pop in real quick. Please hit the like button below, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and tune in every Sunday for a new video. Thanks, see ya. On top of the hill, there's a restaurant called Gastelina Ladinek. The restaurant serves traditional Slovenian dishes like richet, which is a barley stew. They also serve jota, which is a bean and sauerkraut stew. But they're most famously known for their strukli. Strukli is basically a layered cake with cream cheese, and it can either have meats or it can have fruits. I had one last week. It was dark chocolate and raspberry. Unfortunately, the restaurant didn't have any strukli or pastries available for us to try, so we just went with a cappuccino per normal. Located on top of the hill is a Roman Catholic church called Church of the Mother of God. It was built in the late 13th century. It was first recorded in the history books in the year 1314. It was actually refinished in the year 1711. Across Slovenia, you'll see a Roman Catholic church on just about every hilltop. This isn't just a coincidence. This was actually used by Slovenians to alert others if Turkish invasions were happening and if the Turks were coming. They would light a massive bonfire, and when they did this, others would know that an invasion is coming. And as you can see on this rock right here, this is a Slovenian or some kind of warrior from the time chasing an Ottoman. It just recounts a little bit of the history of the times. Originally, this hill was called Home, meaning an isolated elevation from all sides. So if you're on top of this hill, you have a 360 view and there's nothing impeding that view, which is obviously perfect if you are trying to protect yourself from invaders. I give a shout out to my friend Connor Carell for buying me a coffee via my link below. Buy me a coffee. Cheers. Just made it to the top of Šmarna Gora. This is a very popular hiking trail in Ljubljana. It's where people go before or after work to go on a nice hike. It is quite the exercise, I'll tell you. It's about a 50-minute hike up for me. It's about an hour and a half round trip, at least it was the route that I took to go up and down the mountain. So it's a pretty good workout. We passed maybe 25 people on a hike, and this was at 7 a.m. On top of the hill, there's also the famous wishing bell, which of course I had to ring, and yes, I did ring it. If you ring this bell, it grants all of your wishes to come true. On the hill, there are 832 different plant species, along with 263 different fungi species. On top of the hill, there are actually two peaks, the tallest being 676 meters or 2,218 feet. Look at this view. On top of the hill, there's even a platform for paragliders. So if you're a paraglider, this is where you come. It's actually a zone you can see where you run and jump off. It's pretty interesting to look at. But yeah, that's where paragliders go. After hiking Šmarna Gora, we visited Postojnska Jama, which is a very popular cave in Slovenia. And here's a sneak peek of that video here. We also went to Predjama Castle, which is a beautiful castle built into the hillside. There's actually a river that runs underneath the castle, and the castle behind it also has the second longest cave in all of Slovenia at 14 kilometers. So if an enemy was invading, they were able to escape via this cave. That video is also going to be coming up here in the future. I really wanted to pop in here and share a little bit more about my experience going to Šmarna Gora. It was absolutely beautiful. We had originally intended to go up there and catch the sunrise. We were just a little bit late, maybe by 10 minutes, but we still had an amazing view. We got to see basically the sunrise, and it was a very clear day. There was no clouds in the sky. It was just an amazing experience, and I'll definitely be going back. All right, just made it to the top of, how do you say this? Šmarna Gora? Šmarna. Castellina. This isn't just a coincidence, but it was